Hi everyone.
Right.
So in the last session, we have discussed about the various cloud services of Salesforce. Like we have discussed about the Sales Cloud and what exactly the Sales Cloud, what it represents, and what we can do by using this Sales Cloud features. Then how can we automate the Sales Cloud features by using the sales application which has been given by Salesforce. And as part of this sales application, what objects we have used, we have discussed. And we have discussed about the service cloud. So what exactly the service cloud, what is the use, we have discussed. And as part of service cloud, what kind of features Salesforce has introduced, like as the service application, and we have discussed about the knowledge base and the live agent or omni-channel and the communities and the CTI we have discussed, and what exactly each and every feature we have discussed as well, and what objects we are interacting as part of the service application also we have discussed. And along with that, we have discussed about the marketing cloud and what features are offering the Salesforce as part of marketing cloud, and then what exactly the email studio, mobile studio, SMS studio, social studio, all these things we have discussed. Now, so now we'll see the remaining cloud services which is offering the Salesforce. Now, the next cloud service is App Cloud. So, what exactly this App Cloud and what features offered by Salesforce as part of this App Cloud? How to use this? Now, let's see practically here. Now, so Salesforce is not only offering the CRM features like as marketing, sales, service. They are not only offering the CRM features, they have offered some features in order to build your custom applications as well. That means by using that Salesforce platform, we can build our own custom applications also, like as the banking applications, finance applications, insurance applications, manufacturing, healthcare, consulting, construction, education, whatever you want, any kind of application we can build. The flexibility is available. That means by using that Salesforce, we are not only utilizing that Salesforce CRM application and not only storing our customers' data, we can build our own custom applications also according to our business requirement. Because all the people may not be required the CRM applications. Some people need some banking features. Some people need some finance applications. Some people need some consulting applications. So whatever the application that we want, we can build those applications with the help of this app cloud. App means applications. That means we can develop our own custom applications also. Depends upon the requirement. With the required business logic, with the required user interfaces, with the required the databases that we can build with the help of this app cloud. So by using this app cloud, we can able to build our own custom application. So now, in order to build your own custom applications, whatever the features are required, all the features has been introduced by the Salesforce as part of this app cloud. Now, in this case here, let me get our point. By using the app cloud features, we can build our own custom applications. based on the requirement. Like, for example, you can build the banking applications, finance applications, insurance applications, manufacturing, consulting, etc. Whatever you want, any kind of application that you can build. The flexibility is available as part of this app cloud. So now tell me, in order to build your own application, what we need? We need a platform. Okay, in order to build your own custom application, we need a platform. Then what is that platform offered by Salesforce? Force.com platform. So Salesforce is offering a platform called as Force.com platform. Now come to a general scenario. For example, I want to develop an application here. Okay, I want to develop an application. So now in order to develop an application, we need some three layers. Every application contains some three layers. Like for example, I want to store some customers' data. Assume that I want to store some customers' data. In order to store that customers' data, first of all, we need a table. Okay? We need a table. Assume that this is my customers table here. Here is my customer table. In order to store my customer details, I would like to use this customer table. In this table, I'm having some columns, like as customer ID, customer name, and the customer phone number and the email ID. So these are the columns are there inside my table here. Now I'm giving these column names. So I'm storing the customer ID and the name of the customer and the email ID of the customer and the phone number of the customer. So these are the four columns are there inside my table. Now tell me, once the table is ready, how can we store the data inside the table? In order to create some records, in order to modify some records, in order to delete some records, in order to view some records, we need to write some code. Okay, directly records can't save directly into the table. So we need to write some code. By using that code, we need to manage the data inside this table. So to insert the record, we need to write some code. To delete the data, we need to write some code. To modify the record, we need to write some code. To view the record, we need to write some code. So in this case here, as a developer or as a programmer, I know how to write the code, how to manage the records. But this application is not using by myself. This application is using by my employees, my customers, my partners, my end users. So those people are not the technical people, those people are just the business people. They know how to run the business, how to capture the customers, how to manage the data. They know that. But they don't know how to write the code and how to build the business logic. Because they don't have any technical skills. They don't know any programming languages to write that code. Then what we can do in this case? So in this case, I would like to provide some user-friendly interface to the people so that by using that interfaces, they can manage the data very easily without writing any code. So that to create the records and to modify the records, to delete the records, to view the records, I would like to provide some user interfaces. For example, to create the records inside this table, I'm providing some user interface over here. I'm providing some user interface. That means I'm providing some front end. That means some UI. Now, I'm placing some text boxes to enter the data over here. Like as for customer ID, customer name, email ID, and the contact number. So now these are the 4 text boxes I have provided over here. I would like to provide these 4 text boxes. Now, to enter this customer ID, I'm providing one text box. And to provide that customer name, I'm providing one more text box. To enter the email ID, I'm providing one more text box. For the contact number, one more text box. And then the user can save the record here. For that one, I'm providing one save button and one cancel button. So 2 buttons I'm providing over here. Now, so these are the buttons are available here. I have provided some buttons also inside this. So now in this case, I have entered some data inside these text boxes in order to create a new record. For example, I am giving my customer ID over here. Customer ID like as some 10002. And then the customer name, I am giving like as some Kumar. Email ID, some Kumar@some gmail.com. And the contact number, I'm entering some value. So now tell me here, after entering the data inside these text boxes, okay, once you click on the save button, how this user interface will know, okay, how this user interface will know. So this is the database in which we need to store the data. And this is the table in which we need to store the data. So these are the columns in which we need to store the data. How this user interface will know. Basically, user interface is not having that much of intelligence. It don't know to which database it has to connect, to which table it has to connect, in which column the data has to be resides. So the user interface doesn't know all these things. So for that one, I need to give that intelligence to my user interface. For that one, in between the user and in between the table and the user interface, I would like to provide a mediator component here. Okay, I would like to provide a mediator component that is called as business logic. It is called as business logic. So we need to provide the business logic over here. This is the business logic. So as soon as once you click on this save button, okay, as soon as once you click on this save button, the request will be going to the business logic here. Now the business logic will collect this whole data. Based on the data, it will go to the respective database. It will connect to the respective table, and then it will be storing this information into the respective columns over here. Like as customer IDs will be storing into the customer ID column, and the customer names are storing inside the name column. Email ID will be into the email column, and the contact number will be into the phone column. Like that here, it will be storing this information. Once the record has been created successfully inside this table, then it will get the response back over here. Now this response will be sending back to the user interface. So this is the internal implementation here. So now, whenever once you click on the save button, directly the user interface can't save the record into the table. So in between that user interface and the table, we need a mediator component that is called as business logic. So that here, as soon as once you click on that save button, the request will go to that business logic over here. Now the business logic is going to be inserting the record into the respective table. Once the record has been created successfully, it will be giving the response back over here. So it will be giving that response back to the business logic over here. Now the business logic is giving the response back to the front end. So this is the process will be getting happening. So now in this case, what happened? Whenever we are going to building any application, at that time we require the 3 layers. One is the front end layer, that means the user interface layer, that is also called as the screens or the view or whatever. Next, you will be having a business logic layer, which will be having the actual business logic which will be performing the operations. and the third one is the database layer. Okay, these are the three layers are required in order to build any application, whatever you want. So these three layers are mandatory, like as a front end and a back end and the business logic. So these three layers are required in order to build any application, whatever you want. It may be banking application, it may be finance application, manufacturing, healthcare, anything, whatever you want. We need these three layers over here. So in this case, so then how can we design these user interfaces here? Okay, how to design these user interfaces? How to design these screens? And how to build this business logic over here. So for this one, in order to build the user interface, in order to build the business logic, Salesforce is providing one platform over here. Okay, Salesforce is providing these two components in the form of a platform. So now they're providing, to build this one, Salesforce provides a platform over here. To build this part, Salesforce is providing a platform. That platform is called as Force.com platform. Salesforce is providing the platform called as Force.com platform. So now, to build these tables, to create these tables, to store the data, Salesforce is providing a database over here. The Salesforce is providing a database that is called as database.com. Database.com. So it's a customized database of Salesforce over here. Okay, it's a customized database of Salesforce. Now, it's not Oracle, it's not SQL Server. It's a customized database of Salesforce, but the syntax will be similar like as Oracle or SQL Server, whatever. Now, in this case, when coming to the Salesforce, whenever you are going to building your own custom applications, in order to build your own custom applications, Salesforce has given the two features to you. One is the Force.com platform and second one is database.com. Then what exactly the Force.com platform over here? So Force.com is a cloud platform. Okay, Force.com is a cloud platform which is used to build your own customized user interfaces and which is used to build your own custom business logics. So by using this Force.com platform, we can build our own user interfaces, whatever the user interface that you want. And that too, we can make this user interface very, very attractive. So that here, we can able to build the customized user interfaces according to the requirement. Upon building this one, okay, upon building this one, we can make this user interfaces as attractive and which can able to perform some dynamic actions. Now, after that, we can able to build the business logic whatever you want. Whatever the custom business logic that you require in order to perform your own operations, all those business logics we can able to build with the help of this Force.com platform. Now, then how can we build this business logic? How can we build this user interface? Now in this case, in order to build your own customized user interfaces, okay, in order to build your own customized user interfaces, Salesforce has given a programming called as Visualforce programming. Salesforce is providing the Visualforce programming over here. So now with the help of this Visualforce programming, we can able to build your own customized user interfaces, whatever you want. That means Visualforce is a web development framework. Okay, Visualforce is a web development framework which is used to build the customized user interfaces with the attractive designs with the dynamic functionalities. So simply we can say Visualforce programming is used to build the attractive and the dynamic user interfaces. Okay, in order to build your customized user interfaces with the attractive and the dynamic functionalities, we are going to be using this Visualforce. So with the help of this Visualforce programming, we can able to build the attractive and the dynamic user interfaces. Now, so for the business logic over here, what we are going to use? Business logic can be implemented with the help of Apex programming. Okay, Salesforce has provided one programming language called as Apex programming. Through this Apex programming, we can able to build your own customized business logic, whatever you want. Whatever the complex transaction implementations that you want to do, everything we can implement with the help of this Apex programming language. Now, in this case, you can raise a question, sir, how this Apex programming language code look like? Apex programming code and your C programming code, your C++ programming language code, your Java code, your C# .NET code is exactly same. There is no change. This is exactly similar like as your C programming language, C++ programming, Java programming, and the C# .NET programming code exactly similar. Because it's not a complete new syntax. The syntax is exactly similar like as your C programming, nothing new. We'll see each and every fundamental basic of this programming language. No need to worry about that programming part. Even though you are from a non-technical background, even though you don't know any programming language, even though you don't know how to write the code, everything we'll see in the class itself. From the fundamental beginning itself. Fundamental basics also we'll discuss in the class itself. So no need to worry about the programming part. Now, here in this case, in order to build your own custom applications, Salesforce has given that two features to us. One is the Force.com platform, second one is the database.com. Okay. Now, by using this Force.com platform, we can build your own user interfaces and you can build your own business logic also. And to store that data, Salesforce is providing their own database called as database.com. Database.com is a customized database of Salesforce where exactly all your records will get resides. So what are the records you have created? Through this application, the whole data of your application will be getting resides inside the database.com. So which is a customized database of Salesforce. The two, this database.com is purely supporting the ORM technology. Okay, the database.com is purely supporting the ORM technology, because object relationship and the mapping technology. So what is the use of ORM? We'll see in the next concepts over here. In the further classes we'll see what exactly the ORM, what is the benefit of ORM, what it will provide as part of ORM. We'll see. Now here in this case here, when coming to the database.com, database.com is a cloud database. It doesn't request to install anything. Database.com is a cloud database which is offering by Salesforce in order to store all your data, in order to store your banking data, finance data, insurance data, whatever the application that you are creating, whatever the application that you are building, all your applications related data will be storing inside the database.com. Now, in this case, you can raise a question. Sir, for example, I have built a banking application. Now, through that banking application, I have stored some of my customers' data. My customers' data, my transaction data, everything I have stored. Then where it will store? Inside the database.com. So where is this database.com? Inside the Salesforce location. That may be in US or UK, Germany, Japan, wherever. Salesforce is maintaining this database.com. Now, for example, here, we are storing some data about my customers, my transactions, everything. The whole my banking related data I am storing inside that database.com. Now, what is the guarantee to me that my data is safe? How can we assure my data is safe? My data is not misutilizing. My data is not hacked. My data is not accessing with other people, then what is the guarantee to me here? Because if the data is storing inside my local organization, in my own server, then I'm having some guarantee, I'm having some assurance my data is safe. Then I'm storing the data inside the Salesforce.com server. Inside that Salesforce database that is called as database.com, which is in some different location like as Germany, Japan, USA, UK, wherever, then what is the guarantee to me? Then how can we assure that my data is safe? My data is not accessing with other people. Then how can we assure that? So for that one, when coming to the Salesforce is giving the assurance to their customers here. Salesforce is giving the assurance to their customers by having the two certifications for the database.com. So database.com It's completely certified with the two certifications over here. The first one is ISO 27001 certification, and the second one, the SAS 70 compliance type 2 certification over here. Okay, type 2 certification. So now database.com is completely certified with the two certifications, ISO 27001 and then SAS 70 compliance type 2. So these are the two certifications are available for this database.com. The ISO people are keep on doing the auditing on this database.com, and they are going to be certifying this database here. Then what these two certifications will describe? These two certifications are purely concentrating on information security and the confidentiality. Information security and the confidentiality. That means what? Whatever the data you have stored inside this database.com, that data should be completely protected. That data should be completely safe. Your data cannot be accessible by the other persons. Your data cannot be hacked by the hacker people. Your data cannot be misutilized. Your data cannot be lost. So that here, because the data is asset for the business, data is asset for the organizations. So losing the data means losing the business, losing the customer, losing the revenue, losing the profit also. So now here in this case, always we need to protect the data from the unauthorized people. Always we need to make sure my data should not be lost. If I'm losing the data, then definitely I will be losing the credibility in the market. I will be losing our brand in the market. So my business will be getting collapsed. So always we need to protect my data from the unauthorized people. So in this case, database.com is completely protected with the two certifications, ISO 27001 and the SAS 70 compliance. With these two certifications, Salesforce is going to be assuring to the customers, don't worry about your data, I am the responsible person. I am the responsible person for your data. I will take care of your data without any data lost, without any misutilizations. So that no need to worry about your data, I am going to be taking care of that. Because whenever I'm storing the data, there are some security boundaries are available. Okay, apart from that, nothing but the other people can't hack your data. Other people can't misutilize your data. That much of security boundaries we have configured, okay, around this database.com database. Now, so in this case here, now Salesforce.
Firoz, I have one question.
Yeah.
So you said this database.com is secured. So how do we update our data using our external systems in database.com? Like if we are exposing any API, do we need to use FX programming language, or can we develop any other programming language?
Now we are using the Apex programming language. Through this Apex programming language, we can able to perform all the DML operations on your data. You can insert some new records, you can modify, you can delete, we can view, and we can undelete, we can restore the deleted records. Everything we can do through the Apex programming itself.
Okay, but in real time, we might need some other systems need to be able to communicate with, say, Salesforce database.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Now, in this case here, through integration, we can able to communicate your Salesforce application with any external systems as well.
Okay. So is Salesforce providing any out-of-the-box API or?
Salesforce has given the two APIs to you. One is REST API. Second one is the SOAP API. By using these APIs, we can able to have the integration of your Salesforce application with any external systems. And along with that, suppose if you are not using this API, if you want to use some tools, we can use the tools also. By using the various tools, we can able to communicate with Salesforce as well. Like as for example, we can go with that Informatica Cloud. By using this Informatica Cloud also, we can able to perform the import and export operations on your Salesforce implementation by collecting the data from some external sources. Like as from Salesforce, like a SQL Server to the Salesforce database, or the Oracle to the Salesforce database, we can communicate. The flexibility is available.
Thank you, Firoz.
Okay. So now here in this case, So now once the data has been stored inside your database.com, the data is completely protected. The data is completely safe. Other people can't hack your information now. So now you can raise one more question. So database.com is completely secured. My data is safe. Then fine, I agree with that. Suppose, for example, by bad luck, if the entire database server has been crashed because of some environmental problems, because of some earthquakes, because of some tsunamis, if the entire database server has been crashed, then who is responsible? What about my data? So in this case here, Salesforce is giving that assurance to their customers, even though if some unexpected things may be happen, like some environmental problems may be getting happen because of some earthquakes, because of some tsunamis also. If my entire database server has been crashed, then no need to worry about your data. I am the responsible person. I am going to providing each and every bit of data back to you. So for that one, already we are having the disaster recovery centers in place. So they are having the disaster recovery centers. They're having the disaster recovery centers are available here, which are also called as DRs. So they are already having the disaster recovery centers are available. By using these disaster recovery centers, they can able to get back each and every bit of data back to you. That means there is no chance, there is no chance of losing even a single character also. So that much of accuracy of data they are providing to you. So in this case here, now don't think it won't take much time. It won't take much time because here Salesforce is using some backup servers are also. Salesforce is using some backup servers also. With that one, they will get back your data back. So within some fraction of seconds, they're collecting the data back again. So it won't take much time. It won't take like as 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. No, it will be taking within some fraction of seconds, they'll be collecting the data back to you. That much of flexibilities are available from the Salesforce. That's what here, nowadays, each and every banking people are using this Salesforce implementation. Initially, when the Salesforce has introduced, banking people didn't show interest. Banking people didn't show interest to use Salesforce because banking data is very, very confidential, very, very sensitive. So if I'm storing my banking data inside the Salesforce server, then what is the guarantee? So the people didn't trust on that Salesforce. But now, because of the Salesforce services, because of the features, because of the security features offered by Salesforce, nowadays, every banking organization is using Salesforce implementations. Almost all the banking organizations are using Salesforce implementations because they got that much of trust on this organization. They have that much of trust on these features, services offered by Salesforce. That's what here Salesforce is going to be keep on providing some good services to capture more number of customers. So for that reason, nowadays each and every client is adopting the Salesforce implementation. The client maybe belongs to the banking or finance, healthcare, insurance, anywhere, whatever the industry they belongs to, everybody is actually implementing the Salesforce implementation. Everybody is adopting the cloud services from Salesforce. Everybody is utilizing the Salesforce services in order to build their own custom applications because of the good features offered by Salesforce. And that too, already we have discussed that Salesforce is providing the new releases for every 4 months. For every 4 months, Salesforce is giving a new release to you and which will be having some latest features which will be purely on free of cost. Salesforce is not charging even a single rupee also. That means upgradation cost is purely zero. Upgradation cost is purely zero. Generally, if I am getting a new latest version of the software in IT industry, generally it may be .NET, it may be Oracle, it may be whatever, MS Office, anything. To get the latest version of that software, we have to do some investment to buy the latest version of the license. That too, that latest version may be available for every 1 year or for every 2 years. But from Salesforce, Salesforce is giving the new releases for every 4 months. Yearly, you will be getting 3 releases over here. Yearly, you will be getting 3 releases. So now, those releases are available to you on free of cost. Salesforce is not charging even a single rupee also. So now you can raise a question, so why Salesforce is providing this kind of very short releases? Why this kind of rapid releases given by Salesforce? Why they are not providing for every year? Why they are providing for each and every 4 months? Why? Because is nowadays, day by day, business processes keep on changing. Day by day, customer expectations are keep on changing. Day by day, the customers are expecting the very new features. Day by day, business strategies are also keep on changing. Day by day, technologies also keep on changing. So that we need some changes in our applications also. According to the market trend, according to the customer's expectations, we need to make some changes in the application also rapidly, fastly. It's not for 1 year, it's not for 2 years. For every 4 months at least, we require some changes. So that always we can provide some latest features to the customers. So for that reason, Salesforce is providing the new releases for each and every 4 months. Now, so whatever the new features is giving by the Salesforce for each and every 4 months, those features are available to you on free of cost. Now, so now here in this case here, when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is providing all the features to you by default. They are providing the SaaS services, platforms, and infrastructure services also as part of the new release. So in this case, Salesforce is providing that the new features for your Force.com platform and the database.com also as part of each and every new release. Keep on, they are going to be adding some more security features also. Keep on, they are providing some more enhancements in each and every release as part of Force.com platform and as part of database.com as well. Okay, now, so in this case, what this database.com contains, that already we have discussed in the last session as part of Sales Cloud and as part of Service Cloud we have discussed that. So now we are using so many objects like as campaign object, lead object, account, contact, opportunity, case, solution, order, feedback, so many objects we have discussed. That means object means what? Table in Salesforce. Object means table. Then where all these tables will get resides? All these tables are getting resides inside database.com. Database.com is a customized database of Salesforce where all the Salesforce objects will get resides. Each and every table, each and every object, each and every record will be getting resides inside your database.com. This is the functionality of database.com over here. Okay, now. So now we'll see. The next one, data.com. So what exactly the data.com and what is the use? Now let's see practically here. Sometime before, in US, we have an organization. We have an organization with the name Jigsaw. So Jigsaw is an organization. It's one of the US based organization. So now these people has developed a software application called as Jigsaw. Okay. They have built a software application called as Jigsaw. That means the name of the application and the name of the organization both are same. Okay. The name of the application and the name of the organization both are same. So Jigsaw people has built an application called as Jigsaw. Now, so what these Jigsaw people will do basically here? What is their business? What they're doing basically over here? Now, so when coming to the Jigsaw people, they are going to be conducting the various surveys. Okay, they are conducting the various surveys through their agents. They have the various agents in the entire worldwide. Now, with the help of their agents, they are conducting the various surveys. Then through those surveys, they are collecting the various people's information. They are collecting the people's information, and along with that, they are going to be collecting the various organizations' information also. They're collecting the various organizations' information also. So now, once the whole information has been collected, now this whole information they're storing inside their application called as Jigsaw. So whatever the application, after the data they have collected through their surveys, whatever the data they have collected through their agents, that whole data they're storing inside this Jigsaw application. Okay? They're collecting this whole information by conducting the various surveys, the whole information they're storing inside this Jigsaw application. Now, so what they are going to do with this data here? So what is the business process in this data.com? So why they are conducting these surveys, why they are collecting this information, and then what they are going to do with this data here. Okay, now let's see. So now the Jigsaw people are going to be conducting the various surveys, and the data will be storing inside your Jigsaw application. All the people's information, nothing but individual people's information who are staying in the various locations in the US and abroad countries, all those information they're storing inside this. And then whatever the organizations are available, nothing but the various companies' information, they're collecting this information through the surveys, they're storing that information inside the Jigsaw application. Then what they're going to do with this data over here? Okay, now let's see practically. For example, come to a general scenario. Assume that today I'm starting a restaurant. Okay? I'm starting a restaurant. I'm starting a restaurant over here. So now, today is my restaurant's inauguration day. Okay, today is my inauguration restaurant. Today is the inauguration day of a restaurant. I'm starting the restaurant over here. So which is in some Amirpet, in Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, in Amirpet, we are starting the restaurant over here. Now, so now here in this case here, as part of the restaurant, we are going to be offering the various of food items. Okay, we are offering the various of food items. It may be both veg and the non-veg. Now, we are providing the various of food items, both veg and the non-veg items we are offering as part of a restaurant. Now, today is the inauguration day. So, as part of this inauguration day, I am offering some benefits to my customers, that we are going to be providing the 25% of the discount on each and every item, whatever the customer has ordered. Along with that, we are providing the free home delivery facility also. Okay, we are providing the free home delivery facility. Even though the customer may be ordering a 10 rupees item or 20 rupees item or 100 rupees, whatever, we are providing the free delivery to his home as part of our inauguration day. This benefit is available only for today. From tomorrow onwards, we are not offering any discounts. It's a regular price from tomorrow onwards. So because of the inauguration day of the restaurant, we are offering these benefits to my customers. Now, once my restaurant has been started, we are going to be preparing so many food items. So whatever the items we have prepared, we need to sell out those items by today, end of the day itself. We can't make it for tomorrow because those will not be hygienic. Those will not be safe for my customers. So I would like to provide very good and very quality services to my customers. Very quality food I would like to offer to my customers. So that here, whatever the items I have prepared, these items I need to sell it out by today, end of the day itself. Now tell me in this case here, within a very short span of time, how can we inform to the various people, how can we give the information to the various people that today we have started a new restaurant with so and so name, as part of the inauguration day, we are offering these other benefits over here. Then how can we inform to the people? How can we do the marketing about my restaurant? I don't have much time because here by end of the day I need to sell out all the items whatever we have prepared. I can't make it for tomorrow. I can't make it for day after tomorrow. That will not be hygienic. Then we don't have much time. So then how can we inform to the people within a very short span of time? Do I need to conduct any campaigns? No. If I'm conducting the campaigns, then I can conduct the campaign in only some one area. That too, it will take more time. If I'm going with some advertisements, then the people may watch my advertisement or not. There is no guarantee. Can I go with some posters? No, because we can able to attach the posters in only some one area. We are not able to cover the multiple areas. We are not able to cover the surrounding areas. Then what we can do? So in this case, the shortest mechanism, the shortest way is we can able to send an SMS here. We can able to send an SMS to the people's mobile numbers. We can send the SMS to the people's here. So now through this SMS, we can able to inform to the people regarding my restaurant, regarding my benefits. So in this case, why? Because nowadays, mobile is also one of the part of our body. The people are feeling like that. Even though you may be receiving some calls or not, okay, for every 1 minute, at least the people are looking into the mobile at least once. Have you received any missed calls or not? Have you received any messages or not? The people are looking into the mobiles at least once. So this is the right place, this is the right channel in order to communicate with the people, in order to contact the people. So that here, the people can't escape from my SMS. Even though they are busy, SMS will be available in the inbox. Whenever they get the free time, they can look into my SMS here. So in this case, this is the best way to capture these people, to inform to the people. Now, so I have decided that I don't want to conduct any marketing. I want to send the SMS to the people's mobile numbers. Now, in this case, how can we collect the people's mobile numbers over here? I want the people's mobile numbers. Then from where we can collect these mobile numbers over here? I want the mobile numbers of the people who are staying in Amirpet area and the surroundings of this Amirpet area here. Not all the people. Not the entire Hyderabad people's mobile numbers. I don't want. I want only the surrounding people's contact number over here. Then what we can do? In this case, we can collect all these mobile numbers by contacting the mobile network vendors. We can contact the mobile network vendors here. Like for example, I will go to the Airtel showroom. Okay, I will go to the Airtel showroom and then I will meet the business people in the Airtel showroom and then I will explain about my business and then I will request them to please provide 1 lakh mobile numbers of 1 lakh mobile numbers of your customers who are staying in the Amirpet and the surroundings of this Amirpet area. So in this case, the Airtel people are going to be using their own database, they're having their own application to store all their customers' information. All the Airtel customers' data is available inside their database. So they will go to their database, they will go to their application and they will search for the customers' information who are staying in Amirpet and the surroundings of this Amirpet area based on the postal code, based on the zip code, based on the city, based on the area, based on the location. They will be searching that information and that information they're placing inside one Excel sheet and that Excel sheet they will provide to you over here. They're providing that 1 lakh contact numbers into that Excel sheet over here. Now, will the Airtel people are providing this 1 lakh mobile numbers to you free of cost? No, they're charging some amount over here. That means they're charging some 10,000 rupees in order to provide that 1 lakh mobile numbers. Like the similar way, I will go to the Vodafone showroom. I will go to the Vodafone showroom. And here also I will buy 1 lakh mobile numbers by paying some 10,000 rupees. And then I will go to that some Jio showroom, Reliance showroom. And here also I will buy 1 lakh mobile numbers by paying some 10,000 rupees. And then I will go to that some Idea showroom. I will go to the Idea showroom, I will buy 1 lakh mobile numbers by paying the 10,000 rupees here. That means here I am going to that 4 mobile network vendors. I have purchased the 4 lakhs contact details by paying the 40,000 rupees. That means what, within 1 hour, within 1 hour, we can collect these 4 lakhs mobile numbers by paying some 40,000 rupees. That means what, without doing the marketing, I am collecting the leads information. Without doing the marketing, without conducting any campaigns, without doing any advertisements, we are able to collect the people's information. Through marketing also what we are doing, we are collecting people's information only, nothing. But there it will take time. Here, within short span of time, I have collected 4 lakhs people's information just by spending some 40,000 rupees. So now once this whole contact numbers has been collected, then I would like to use a bulk SMS application. I would like to use a bulk SMS application. Through this SMS application, I would like to send the SMS to all the mobile numbers in one shot. Within some half an hour of time, I will send the SMS to all these 4 lakhs mobile numbers. That means what? Instead of wasting the time, instead of wasting the money, instead of conducting the campaigns, so whatever the leads information is required, whatever the people's information is required, that information I'm purchasing by contacting some vendors. By contacting some organizations, we are able to buy the data as well over here. Okay, we are able to buy the data as well. So in this case here, when coming to that organizations here, okay, when coming to the organizations, nowadays nobody is conducting some marketing. Nowadays nobody is conducting some stars, nothing. Whatever the data they need, they're purchasing the data from the various sources, from the various vendors. So now here in this case, here also, we can able to buy the data by contacting this mobile network vendors. Now exactly the same business process is happening when coming to the Jigsaw also. Jigsaw people are also doing the same business. Jigsaw people are going to be conducting the various surveys through their agents and whatever the information they have collected, because all the people's information they're collecting and they're collecting the various organizations' information. The whole information they're storing inside the Jigsaw application. So now in this case, once the data is available inside this application, from there they're selling out this data to the various business people for their business needs. They're selling at the data here. They're selling the data to the various business people. Okay, for their business needs. But directly they can't sell, they will be having some necessary agreements here. For example, so now if I am purchasing that 1 lakh customers of retail, and then if I am making that people blackmail, then they won't accept. So they will be having some necessary formalities are there before purchasing the data. Now, we can't misutilize our that customers' information here. We have to use for our business purpose. That's it. Now, so now here in this case, when coming to this data.com, so Jigsaw also doing the same thing where they're storing the various information of the people and the organizations who are staying in the different locations in the abroad countries. The whole information they're storing inside their database, inside their application called as Jigsaw. And from there, if any of the business people, if any of the organization needs some data, then they can contact Jigsaw people and they can buy the data also from the Jigsaw. Based on the city, based on the country, based on the location, based on the NAICS code, based on some zip code, they can able to search the data, we can able to buy the required information. So for that reason, Salesforce, for that reason here, they are going to be conducting the surveys. Now, almost 7 years back, Salesforce people has acquired this organization. Okay, Salesforce people has acquired this organization and they have changed the name as from Jigsaw to Salesforce data.com. Okay, data.com. So Salesforce people has acquired this organization 7 years back and then they have changed this organization name as from Jigsaw to data.com. So now in this case, data.com contains what? Data.com contains all the people's information and the organization's information. So then how they are storing over here? In order to store that people's information, they are using a table called as Data Cloud Contact. Data Cloud Contact is a table, okay? Table which will be holding all the people's information. All the people's information is storing inside a table called as Data Cloud Contact. All the company's information, nothing but the organization's information is storing inside the Data Cloud Company. The Data Cloud Company table will be holding all the organization's information. All the organization's information is storing. So all the organization's information is storing inside the data cloud company table. So these are the two objects are maintaining by the data.com. So if it is a database.com contains so many objects to do. Like as it will be holding so many objects like campaign, lead, account, contact, opportunity, all those objects. Whatever the objects we have discussed, all those objects are getting researched inside the database.com. And along with that, if you are building any of my custom application, if you are building any banking application, or finance application, or insurance application by using this first.com platform, and those applications data also storing inside the database.com. Data.com is having only two objects, only two tables. One is data cloud contact, second one is data cloud company. So by contacting this organization, we can able to buy the required data without doing any campaigns, without doing any marketing. Those people's information we can able to purchase, so that we can reduce the time, we can save the time also. The flexibility is available. So in this case, how can we buy the data over here? For this one, data.com is having the various branches in the entire worldwide. The data.com is having the various branches in the entire worldwide. So now, in Hyderabad also they are having a branch. In Hyderabad also they are having a branch with the name D&B company. They're having a branch with the name, some D&B company, which is a branch of data.com. By contacting this organization also, we can able to buy the data based on the location, based on the need. So in this case here, whenever I'm going to purchasing the data, every time do I need to contact this organization? No. Through online also we can purchase. Through online also we can purchase the data here. How can we purchase the data through online? For that one, Salesforce is providing the two certification, so the two licenses for the data.com. Data.com licenses. Salesforce is providing the two licenses over here in order to buy the data from the data.com. First one is the data.com prospector license. Second one is data.com clean license. So these are the two licenses has been given by the Salesforce. By using these two licenses, we can buy. So data.com prospector license is used to buy the data from the data.com organization. In order to buy the data, we need to use that data.com prospector license. And once the data has been getting purchased, and in that data, if there is latest information is available, then to get the latest information, okay, to get the latest updates of the data, we are using data.com clean license to get the latest updates of the data. To get the latest updates of the data, we are going to be using this license called as data.com clean license, where we can able to get the latest updates of each and every record which you have purchased. That flexibility is available as part of this data.com. So database.com contains all the Salesforce objects, including your custom objects data also storing inside the database.com, and the data.com will be simply holding the two information. One is your organization's information and your people's information in terms of two tables. One is the data cloud contact, second one is data cloud company. These are the two objects are available when coming to your data.com. Okay, now the next cloud feature is collaboration cloud or the charter. So what exactly the collaboration cloud here? Collaboration means what? Sharing. Collaborating in the sense sharing among the multiple people. Like we can store some data inside a single place and we can share that information among the multiple people as well. Now, that means the people can communicate with each other. The people can share their information. The people can share their data with other people as well. The people can communicate with each other. It may be from the same location, it may be from the different locations as well. So in this case, When coming to the organizations, they may be having so many employees in each and every organization who are working inside that organization for their customers and for their business. So the organization may be belongs to the various locations. They may be having so many branches. That organization might be expanded to the various locations in the entire world. Then how the people can communicate with each other? How they are going to be communicating? So for that, in every organization, they're providing some communication messages. Communication messages. Like when you go to the organization, the people are using the two kind of communication messengers, because the first one is the Microsoft link. Microsoft link. It is also called as Skype for Business nowadays. Skype for Business. Now, second one. The second one is IBM's Lotus Notes. Nothing but the Lotus same times. IBM Lotus same time. Okay, IBM Lotus same time. So these are the two communication messengers are available, which are utilizing by most of the organizations. So in order to have some conversations with the other employees in my organization, it may be in terms of text-based, it may be in terms of audio-based, or video-based also. We can perform all these kind of communications by using these communication messengers. So that we need to use either Microsoft link or we need to buy the IBM Lotus same time. But these two are license based. This is a purely license based. These are not free tools. These are purely license based. The license is very, very expensive, very, very costly. Only the big organizations which are having some more number of employees, those people can able to buy this Microsoft link or IBM Lotus same time licenses. The startup companies or the mid-sized organizations which are having some 10 to 20 employees, those people may not be able to invest that much of money in order to buy the expensive license of these softwares. So for that reason, the organizations are using the various third-party tools. They're using the various open source tools because they are not able to invest that much of amount. So now here, to avoid this kind of problems, to avoid this much of investment, Salesforce has introduced a collaboration feature called as Chatter. Chatter. Chatter is a tool. It's available both on-premise and demand both. It's a cloud tool. Okay, it's a cloud-based tool. Chatter is a tool through which we can able to have the conversation with the various people. Like as whatever the functionalities are available in the Microsoft link and the Lotus same time, the similar kind of functionalities are available as part of this Chatter also. So Chatter is a tool which is used to use for the communicating, okay, for the communication with the various people in the organization. So in order to communicate with the various people, we are using this Chatter feature over here. Now this Chatter is like as a single Microsoft link and the Lotus same time. So now by using this Chatter, we can able to contact with our technical people, we can contact with our organization people, not the outside people. Only within the organization we can able to contact. It may be in the same branch, it may be in the multiple branches also, we can have the conversation with the people. That flexibility is available as part of this Chatter tool. Now, in this case, when coming to the Chatter license is very, very cheap. Okay, it's a very, very cheap license. Because Salesforce is providing the features to you on less cost. Because here, they would like to capture more number of customers. If I'm offering the products in the less cost, then only more number of people will buy. Then only I can get some more customers, more revenue, more profit also. That's what here they're providing the Chatter tool license on very less cost. So the people can buy this Chatter license and they can able to utilize inside their organization for the internal communication of their employees. So whatever the conversation they had by using this charter tool, this entire conversation, nothing but the whole information will be getting stored inside the cloud space. The information is not storing inside our local system. Nothing will be there in our local system. Whatever the conversation that you had, whatever the information that you have sent, whatever the messages that you have received, everything will be storing inside the cloud space. But if I'm using that Microsoft link, then what will happen? In this case, we have to create a PST file, personal storage file. In that one, in one local system, the whole conversation history will be getting resides. Suppose if my system has been crashed, then the PST file will gone. PST file will be lost. I will lose the old conversation history here. So, to avoid that problem, Salesforce is going to purely provide in the cloud space, inside this cloud space, the whole conversation history. Whatever the information or whatever the conversation history, everything will be storing inside the cloud space itself. So that, suppose today I'm using a system, I had the conversation with that people since almost 6 months, that is storing inside that cloud space. Today my system has been crashed because of some virus. My system has been formatted. So tomorrow onwards I'm using a new system. So at that time, directly we can get the whole previous conversation history from the cloud space directly here. Because the conversation history which we have made, that is not stored inside my local system, that is stored inside that cloud server. So from there I can get back the old conversation history also. The flexibility is available. That's what here most of the organizations are using the charter feature in order to have the communication with other people inside the organization. Now, the next one, Salesforce Einstein. So now Salesforce Einstein is a new feature which has been introduced by Salesforce recently. So by using this Einstein platform, we can able to provide some artificial intelligence for your system also. Okay, whatever the applications that you have built, for that application we can provide some intelligence also, additional intelligence. Like generally, whenever the customer is facing some problem, then he will be raising a complaint. How? He will make a call to the customer care. Whenever he make a call to the customer care, then one customer care executive should be sit over there. He has to receive that call. He has to collect that information. He has to raise that case manually, on behalf of the customer. That means one person should be present over there to receive the calls. But now, instead of receiving the calls by the human beings, and instead of receiving the calls by a person separately, why can't we give the intelligence to my application that my application can receive the call automatically from the customers, and then it can create the case automatically over here. That means I would like to add some additional intelligence to my application, that my application can able to behave, it can able to respond to my customers' calls, so that we can provide very faster services to my customers. We can reduce the manpower also. We can automate so many business processes like this. So in this case, they have introduced that Salesforce Einstein platform. By using this Salesforce Einstein platform, this comes under the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence here. It's an artificial intelligence platform which has been introduced by Salesforce over here. With the help of this Einstein platform, we can able to provide that effective reporting as well. We can provide the effective reporting. We can provide the effective reporting with the help of the Einstein Analytics platform here. Einstein Analytics. Along with that, we can able to provide some additional intelligence to the application by adding some additional functionality so that it can able to respond to my customers' calls as well. So instead of doing everything by the human being manually, so we can able to give that intelligence to my system itself, to my application itself, it can able to perform those operations on behalf of a normal human being person. So for that reason, they have introduced this artificial intelligence feature as part of Salesforce Einstein, so which is recently introduced by Salesforce, which is still it is in implementation stage. It's not completely implemented, still it is in implementation stage over here. So these are the various cloud features which has been given by Salesforce to the customers. So the totally Salesforce is providing the 7 cloud features over here, like a Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, App Cloud, and the Data.com, and the Collaboration Cloud, and the Salesforce Science Team. Now, so these are the 7 cloud features has been introduced by Salesforce. Next. In the next session, we'll see the various releases of Salesforce, how frequently Salesforce is giving the releases, what exactly those release names, because what is winter release, spring release, summer release, we'll see practically. What they're introducing as part of those releases, we'll see. What is the current release of Salesforce? What is the previous release? What is the new release? And when Salesforce is giving the new release, how can we track that information? Everything we'll see practically. And along with that, a most important feature, server instances and then multi-tenant architecture. And then we'll move forward to that additions and creating our Salesforce account. Okay. So in the next session, we'll see very many features over here. From there, we'll be entering into the practical part. We'll be having one more theoretical concept, one more session, and then we'll be entering into the practical part over here.